Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Hari Om. So welcome back. I told you on the first session that I am a very unpredictable teacher, so here we are. Many of you who have not ever sat in front rows, you are sitting now in front rows. And I hope you are sitting according to your groups, because that's the only surprise. No, that's only the first surprise. Second surprise is, I had told you all to read the introduction of Bhaja Govindam, right? How many of you have read? Very good. We will find out now. That we don't know. Idea of reading is you should understand and absorb. You don't have to mug at all. If you understand it, that's more than enough. We say Tejasvinavadhitamastu. May my study be bright and brilliant, so it should remain with me.
I stopped being a student 20 years ago. I'm learning now.
Exactly. So now we start with the group number 5. You are group number 5? Okay. So now I will ask a particular person. It will not be left to the group. I will target that person and I will ask, and if that person knows, you get points. If the person doesn't know, you get minus points. Okay, so no prompting. If any group does prompting, they will also get double minus points, even if their own members do the prompting. Hey, hello, close the book. Close the book. No opening the book. Close. Everyone, close the book. You should all submit your books here. Amma, close the book. Everyone, close the book. Okay. You'll have to excuse me, some of your names I am still not familiar with. So if I don't know your name, you please tell your name so that it will register in my mind. Yes, please. Saroji. Okay. So the question to you is, what is the special expression used by Gurudev to describe Shankaracharya? Are book ban kijiye. It's a very famous expression, and that I have also used it many times. Groups have also used it. Ten seconds more. Now it goes to the fourth group, right? Barkha. Hmm. Okay. Now no points. Anybody? Yes. Very good. Spiritual general. So Ganga gets minus 10. Lenient? No, no. It was the pass round. Okay. Group number 4. Sanjay ji. Shankaracharya lived for how many years? Wow, re, wow. Even spiritual journal was easy only. Okay, group number 3. Your name, please? Hemali, हाँ. What are the prasthanatraya? Wow, wow, very good. Excellent. From this group. आपका नाम? संजय जी, right? Okay. Another name for Bhaja Govindam. Who said? आपने बोला? गया. Oh, 4. हाँ. Don't know. Okay. Goes to this group. Pass. Wait. आप बताइए. No. They also lost. Okay. This group, anyone? Mohamudgara. Very good. So this was to group number 2, na? Very good. Minus 10. No. So that past question के लिए no marks. Okay. Now group 1. आपके लिए. Introduction नहीं पढ़ा आपने? ओके, आपके लिए. आपका नाम रेखा जी? प्रभा, हाँ, प्रभा जी. 31 verses of Bhaja Govindam are divided into 4 sections. Can you give the number of verses in each section? Number of verses in each section. 31 is divided into 4 categories. Number. How that total becomes 31? Number of verses in each category. Minus 10. Not pass. This pass goes back to group number 5. In group number 5, आपके लिए. No. अरे हाँ. Conclusion. Very good. Chalo, done. No, last 4. 1 plus 12 plus 14 plus 4. This is the division. Yeah, that's the 31. So Govind also gets minus 10. Okay, so now first round is over. Second round. We start from number 5 again. Lajja ji. Explain the bouquet analogy. Why are the verses compared to a bouquet? अब इसमें ये सब तो मगअप करने की कोई ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. Just to understand this is simple. Otherwise one has just read through. What is the point of just reading through? Bouquet analogy. हाँ भावना जी. No. हरे रामा. आप बताइए. Bouquet are not lyrical. Bouquets don't sing. There's some other comparison.
If you study it plainly, then it is, it's like the smell that you get from a bouquet of flowers. And if you try to go deeper, then maybe you can have the nectar and the actual essence of it.
Right, perfect. So Ganga gets another -10. Okay, this group number 4 now. Okay. आपके लिए शीलू जी. Give 3 examples of a prakarana grantha. See, all this you have even heard in the group's presentation. These are not very tough questions that we are asking here. 3 examples of prakarana grantha. The introductory books. No? Rajesh ji? हाँ? -10. पास राउंड में माइनस नहीं मिलता. आपको चाहिए तो मैं दे देता हूँ, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. ट्राई कीजिए. नो, नाउ यू कांट. बताइए. हाँ, शी सेड यू वांट टू से. नो, गुड, सिंपल. तत्वबोध, आत्मबोध, विवेक चूड़ामणि हो गया. आपका कौन सा था? 4 ना? अरे वाह वाह. अगेन -10. क्या करें? ग्रुप नंबर 3. ओके, आपके लिए नलिनी जी. भज गोविंदम. दिस इज ट्रू और फॉल्स? ओके. अरे वाह. But you have to decide now which is true, which is false. Bhaja Govindam is a book of dispute, vada, and not advice, upadesha. Bhaja Govindam is a book of dispute, vada, and not advice, upadesha. Why? Why false? So there is dispute in that. That is not called dispute. Vada means an argument which you have to prove wrong, then it becomes in a vada you do that. Vada and vivada, no? Vivada is conversation, but in vada a wrong opinion is rejected by a right opinion, and then the wrong opinion people are open-minded to accept the right opinion. That is vada. So no, your answer is true that it is not a book of dispute. It is a book of upadesh, but it does not have disputes inside it. No disputes, no vada at all. So you get only 5 points. Number 3, right? Yeah. See, in the introduction there is a line which says that Bhaja Govindam is not a book of vada, it is a book of upadesha. Now vada means a dispute. So suppose you have a opinion that there is no God. I have an opinion that no, there is God. And now when we are doing a conversation, I managed to convince you that no, your arguments are wrong. So that is called as a vada, where opinion, counter opinion is given, then there is a debate, there is a discussion happening, and then logically you dispute one opinion, so that is called dispute, where one opinion is disputed and rejected, gone. And the right one takes over, is accepted by both then.
So there is a vada.
No, this Shankaracharya's discussions with Mandana Mishra, they are documented, and you see in that Shankara the missionary one.
Not the Vivekchudamani.
No, they all are Prakarana Granthas, they are not Vada. But there are, like Vedanta Sar, Dakshinamurti Stotram, they all are, you can't call them exactly books of Vada, but many different Vadas are taken in that and destroyed.
Even in your position.
Ah.
So then how did he get 5? I didn't understand that.
Because she gave the answer right, that it's a book of, this is a book of dispute and not advice, so she said false. Answer is right. But then she said that there is dispute inside it.
Is this because it is written for the common people and
Yeah.
not intellectual?
Yes.
Which is why it's just a sort of
Yeah, it's an advice. It's directly giving you an advice that these things if one does, then the mind will be purified. You will be more devoted to the Lord, you reach the eternal goal, all that. There is no intellectual argumentation happening. Yeah. Opinions which are discarded. It is, see, Prakarana Granth does not mean that it is not a book of Vada. This book is a Prakarana Granth, but it is not a book of Vada. So there are both types of Prakarana Granth available. Prakarana means introductory text. Grantha is text. What is compiled is called Granth. Literally Grantha means Granthanat, जिसको compile किया है, which is put together. Prakarana is the introductory topics. So all the introductory books are those which are introducing to us to the basic terms and terminologies and concepts of Vedanta.
They will never be one.
No, not necessary. Those concepts will not be Vad, but what the concepts will lead to can be disputed, no?
That is later. Prakarana by themselves cannot be one because they are introducing a topic.
Yeah, but in that introduction also sometimes they will dispute many things. Like she said, Panchadashi is a big Prakarana Granth, 1500 verses. Vedanta Sar, another book where many Vadas are actually taken. Charvaka and Nyaya and Vaisheshika, all these are taken up and disputed. And you will find all these Vadas are existing today. We know it as a name of Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Sankhya, Yoga, these are traditional names. But today you will find them in different names. So one will be materialistic view, one will be new age theory, one will be a scientific view, one will be a rational view, like that it will go on. And they will keep explaining their own viewpoint. You can recognize, oh, this is the viewpoint which the Nayayikas had, logicians had. So you have different standpoints today, which are same which were there. So if you actually study those, the entire range from an atheist to the believer and a person who has realized, all the range of arguments are there in our scriptures. So there is nothing new which a person comes up today thinking that, this is a new philosophy or new point. It is not there, because the whole range of human thought, as far as this is concerned about reality and the nature of the world and the nature of reality, has already been explored. So science will also come to it slowly, it will only rediscover the same thing. Okay, so where are we? 2 more questions. Okay, so this is for group number 2. आपके लिए, आपका नाम? Kavita. Okay. Give one meaning of the word Shishya. There are 3 meanings, just give any one meaning. That's a translation. Shishya, disciple. But how does that word, what do you mean by that word, Shishya? You are in which group? Oh, good. Okay, fine. No, as given in the introduction of Bhaja Govindam. No, your 10 seconds are already over. 20 seconds actually over, long back. Okay, group number 1. बताइए, one meaning of word Shishya. Go on.
Someone who is qualified in such minds practice to absorb knowledge.
No, definition wise, I mean, understanding wise, that's okay, but the definition which is given, etymologically actually, you have to break up that word Shishya so that it comes.
Someone who, after observing the teacher, learning from his teacher, has become more introverted.
So that is the thing. One who has become more introvert having studied the Shastra. So that is one meaning. Wait. The question for this group is, give one meaning of the words of the word Shishya. आप बताइए, वर्षा जी. There are 3 meanings. Now one we have just heard, और बाकी 2 हैं. First meaning is to absolutely simple. Absolutely simple is Shishya. No, those are general meanings. Etymologically is what we are asking. अरे कौन सा ग्रुप है ये? 4th नहीं है, 3 है ये. No, I'm still asking. क्या करें? I said prompting नहीं करना. That new question only, उसका ही तो आपने prompting किया. नहीं, वो second group के लिए था. I repeated the same question again for this first group. No? Okay, चलो. Now it goes to 5. Group number 5, Abhaji. Meaning of the word Shishya. Close to it. Simple meaning है उसका. 5 seconds. Over. Very good. So one who has control over the senses is one meaning. One who has turned introvert, having gained the knowledge of the scripture, is the second one. First one?
Who is taught by teacher.
Bas, simple. One who is taught by the teacher. Over. Shikshate iti shishya. Okay, so 2 rounds over. Now last round. No. Why? First round ये इनको था ना, -10 दिया ना मैंने. Okay, so now is a very important round, and it has 50 points. 50 points, 50. And this is a buzzer round. Okay. Yeah. There is no buzzer. Whoever puts up the hand first. Or if you want, you choose one method of expressing that you know the answer. Maybe you choose a clap, somebody chooses Hari Om, somebody chooses something. Raise the hand. Then it depends on which hand I see first. Okay? Okay, chalo. Complete the verse Sada Shiva. What we learned in the prayer is a prayer round. Complete that whole. Take 5 more seconds.
Can they
Start.
start?
Sada Shiva. Shh. Nobody prompting. अरे बुक बंद करो. ये कौन सा ग्रुप है? हाँ 4 है ना. That I don't know. Why did you open the book? Why did you open the book?
You are not noted there.
Okay, thank you very much. Obviously, you have to be alert, careful. Come on. आप भी रॉन्ग बोल रहे हैं. कमाल है, आप लोग इतने साल से मेरे पास तो सुन सुन के भी. Anybody? Simple meaning it is. Now, beginning with Shiva, Shankaracharya in between, my Guru at the end, prostration to the whole parampara. That's all. Okay, Hari Om, done. Second one. Complete the verse, Samasta Jana. Wow. Very good. 4, right? Chalo, she made up. -10 का +50 से मेरे up हो गया. Okay, last one now. One more now. Complete the verse Shankaram. Two lines are done. Good. Two more. Sorry. Okay. करो. Okay. This verse, this question I take it, you say, as a extra question. I won't give points for it because I have not taught you this verse. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah. Right. So actually this is not the verse which I taught. I wrote down here, but I have not taught that verse. So the one more question comes back is complete the verse which begins with Shruti. Before you raise the hand, be careful. Do you know it fully? Otherwise, -50. Shruti से start होता है verse. All 4, obviously. Anyone? Nobody. Kamal hai. Shankaracharya did so much for us and we don't remember one verse about Shankaracharya. उसके बाद Okay, they have finished 2 lines. Anybody wants to finish other 2 lines? Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam. We chanted it also in the beginning. Namami Bhagavat Padam. Then Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Chalo. Combined effort at least we have managed to do. Okay, so the point here is why we are doing this is just to make us more alert. Spirituality is not about just knowing do's and don'ts. It is about conscious living, alert living. Whatever we learn is not about mugging up. It is about being alert and conscious to absorb what we learn, because only when we do that it transforms us. So if you remember the shlok, it's not about mugging up. It is about expressing our gratitude to Shankaracharya for what he did in our life for us so many hundreds of years ago. It is just a way to express our gratitude. You may say that I can express gratitude without shloka also. But what he stood for and how he used Sanskrit language and how Sanskrit became almost plastic for him. So that is our culture, our tradition. So it is about that. And also now, in the beginning we do all this so that the rest of the course as you are going through, be more alert to grasp whatever you learn. These are just mediums, quiz and all that is a small things, just to make us more alert and active. So Chinmaya, please note down, Govind gets -70, Saptagiri gets -20, Mukti gets -15. Oh, sorry, this is +10. Okay. Five. +5, yeah. This is +30. And this is -20. Ganga is -20, no? This 10 minus 10, 0.
60 minus 30. 50 plus 10. And 60.
Barabar, no? This minus is not there. Okay, so quiz is over for today. You feel nervous? For so many years, some of you have been chanting this. Typically that happens with so many people. Suppose Guru Stotram you tell people to chant. They have been chanting Guru Stotram for many years, but they will not know the order. So they will wait for the speaker to start. Akhanda Mandala Karam, then the next one they don't know. The speaker has to say Ajnana, then they will finish the verse. Then Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. Then again they'll wait after that. Sthavaram, then finish. Because see, the idea is that one is just, the tendency of the mind is, tamas is the sthai nature, there is a stable nature. To bring it to sattva, alertness, consciousness, completely single pointed, focused, that requires effort. Okay, so we start today the text Bhaja Govindam. As you know the story, the background is this, that in Banaras when Shankaracharya ji is walking, after his bath, as he is returning, he finds an old man who is mugging up the verses of grammar, Lukrin Karani. So in Sanskrit there are roots, for every word there is a root. And the root tells us the meaning of the word. So every word you can break up. So the meaning of the word is hidden inside the word itself. That's what I am going to do that. So word Shishya. So the root word of Shishya is Shiksh. Shiksh means to instruct. Actually the etymology is given in the introduction itself. I don't know what is the page number in your book. 3 Sanskrit. Yes. So the first one is Shikshate iti Shishyaha. One who is instructed is Shishya. Second meaning is the one who has studied the Shastra and turned the mind introvert. Where is in your book? You take out page number 7. You see below you have. Our tendency generally, the moment we see Sanskrit, we skip. ये हमारे बस की बात नहीं है. It's very simple. If you read that, राजेश जी, बुक है आपके पास? Okay. वो जरा बुक उनको दीजिए. Please read the first one, the first meaning. I am making you read this. I have also made you write that because let us get familiar with this. Because that phobia sometimes is there in our mind. अरे ये तो संस्कृत है, ये हमको नहीं आता. This is Hindi script, Devanagari script. पढ़िए. No. ये नीचे वाला. हाँ, वो संस्कृत में जो लिखा है ना वो. Shikshate iti Shishya. First meaning is simple. One who is taught by the teacher. Right. Second one. Second and third also you read. No, Shishyat.
शिष्यात् विशिष्यते शास्त्रादि परिज्ञाने
Bahirmukha Apeksha iti Shishya. Simple. See, it may be little difficult sometimes, but we should still read. Shishyat means by teaching. Because of what is being taught, Vishishyate, one who excels. Shastradi Vishishyate. Shastradi Parigyanena. Shastradi means Shastra, etc. Parigyanena is by learning. By learning the Shastra, one who excels, Vishishyate. How? Bahirmukha Apeksha. By turning introvert. Iti Shishya. You had a doubt? Yeah, extrovert. Apeksha means dropping, meaning turning introvert. Okay. Third one.
इंद्रियादि प्रवृत्तिं शिक्षति इति शिष्यः.
Right. Indriyadi pravritim shikshyati iti shishya. One who trains one's senses is a shishya. So shishya, there are other meanings which some of you said, going to a guru, surrendering. Those are the indirect meanings maybe. But the etymological meaning of shishya is that. So the word has a root. The point of bringing this up again is that every word in Sanskrit has a root.
There was a nice introduction to science for understanding. The words in the phone can be considered as a book of categories.
Yeah, Prakriya. That is what? Categories is that which gives you the categorization, introduction of terms, terminologies, all that. So that's why it is called book of categories. So it will, any Prakarana Grantha will give you categorization. So like it will say that fourfold qualifications required to study Vedanta are Vivek, Vairagya, Shatka, Sampati, Mukshu. That is one categorization. Then the whole creation came out how? So okay, it came out through space, air, fire, water, earth. One categorization. So Prakarana Grantha will give different categories. Here it is not technically giving such categories, but here it is categorizing in terms of what are the obstacles which come to us in sadhana. So lust comes to us in sadhana, greed comes to us in sadhana, attachment comes to us in sadhana. So it categorizes those and says ki drop all these. When it categorizes sadhana as, okay, you should do dhan, you should do chanting, you should meditate on the form. So different type of categorization is there in Bhaja Govindam. Right. So in Sanskrit, because every word is made from a root, and the root has a meaning. Like we said, shiksh means to instruct. Same way, kru means to do. And so the sutra which explains this is called Dukrin Karane. Dukrin Karane means kru means to do. What I am saying in English, the same thing in Sanskrit is called Dukrin Karane. So that old man sitting on the banks of Banaras in the morning, he is memorizing this to himself. Dukrin Karane means he is telling himself kru means to do, kru means to do.
Why did you do before
No, kru means
try and understand why did you do before?
yeah, that I also don't know. That we have to figure out because these are Panini Sutras.
They must have put that word.
Yeah.
That had its own.
Yeah, it will have its own thing because that Sanskrit, to learn that Sanskrit takes 12 years. The Sanskrit that we learn is for understanding what scripture says, the basic Sanskrit. That also takes 1 or 2 years to finish. And it said Hanumanji knew 9 types of Sanskrit grammar. Nava Vyakarana Pandit he was. हमको एक टाइप ऑफ संस्कृत ग्रामर से डर लगता है. He was Nava Vyakarana Pandit. 9 types of Sanskrit grammar he knew. So anyway, so coming back to this, the point is that he was mugging up these rules of grammar, and looking at him, Shankaracharya bursts forth with this whole composition. So let us sing the first verse. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Please repeat.
Bhaja Govindam,
Okay, when we sing in group, try to tune up to the pitch with which I am singing, then it will sound melodious. Otherwise, each person's pitch is different, right? Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. Samprapte sannihite kale. Nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karane. But together, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate, Samprapte sannihite kale, Nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karane. So he says, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. O deluded fool, seek Govind. Seek Govind, Govind alone you seek. Samprapte sannihite kale. When the appointed time of death comes to you, nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karne. This dukrin karne that you are saying, that is not going to protect you. So what is the meaning now? Does it say that Sanskrit grammar we should not learn?
That is the meaning. Don't get stuck up with that.
Don't get stuck up with that, okay? See the timing. Okay, so one is don't be stuck with that. Timing is important. Because now you are going to die. At that time, why you need to learn Sanskrit grammar, right? And old age.
And focus on the end.
Focus on the end.
Be connected to the divine. Focus on the end.
Swamiji, if it means that you are old, don't start learning Sanskrit.
That's what I'm asking you. If you are old, don't start learning Sanskrit. Does it mean that?
No, definitely. Nobody told you to learn.
So you can learn Sanskrit at any age. Then what is the point of the timing?
You don't have to learn by heart and focus there. Only you required portion you do and focus on the aim that you want to understand the Shastra.
Hmm.
You learn it to understand the Shastra.
Right.
Not grammar for grammar's sake.
Right. Would you like to say anything?
Yeah, when you're dead, you don't really try to be perfect on the grammar part, but
Right.
perfect on focus on your name rather than being perfect on the grammar.
Grammar. Right. So Sanskrit is a means, not the end. So don't, whether you are old or young, don't get obsessed with that. Especially when you are old, don't hold on to those. Because they are not the end, and they are not, sometimes even they may not be essential. At this point in time, to learn Sanskrit, then to study Shastra, not required. Just take the name of the Lord. Bhaja Govindam, full stop. Take the name of the Lord, because the time that you have is very less. And because you have less time, your priorities must be clear. Exactly. So then that comes to the next level. That this is not applicable only to the old person. It's applicable to everyone. Because the time of death, appointed time of death, nobody knows. And hence, idea is don't focus on the non-essentials, forgetting what is essential. The principle of this shloka is that, and the entire story which is given out, many people use this because they don't want to study Sanskrit, no? So they will start quoting this. Nahi nahi rakshate dukrin karane.
But they don't Bhaja Govindam also.
Exactly. But they don't do Bhaja Govindam also.
If you are Bhaja Govindam, okay, leave the Sanskrit.
Right. When we study in Vedant course, we are taught Sanskrit. So there will be this so-called, these brahmacharis who are very devout and who will study and who will want to understand everything. And the other fellow who is a lazy fool, that guy will keep teasing this, saying, Nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karne. Why are you spending so much time in Sanskrit? But they don't do that Bhaja Govindam also. That's the whole thing. So idea here is not about Sanskrit. Sanskrit here is the means. First and foremost, we have to know what is really essential in life. Essential versus non-essential has to be very clear to us. This is one type of vivek, that what is essential and what is non-essential in life. Why is it said that Bhaja Govindam? Why Govind only is essential in life? And 3 times it is said, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja. 3 times is for emphasis. And 3 times is so that we understand the importance of this. Because once if you say Bhaja Govindam, person doesn't understand. 2, 3 times the same thing has to be hammered inside. And we'll see deeper meaning of also why 3 times it is said. So what is essential and what is non-essential? Govind represents what is essential, and the Dukrin Karne represents what is non-essential. You can also call this as the distinction between the goal and the means. Don't equate this. Don't say that means are non-essential. These are 2 different aspects we are trying to cover. So what is essential and what is non-essential? You see, also depends. How do you decide what is essential and non-essential? For a student, suppose Shankaracharya has to give this advice to somebody who is learning in a Veda Pathashala, will he tell this that nahi nahi rakshati Dukrin Karne? For that student, Shankaracharya will say, better learn Dukrin Karne, what it is. So what is essential for a child, same thing is not essential for the old person. So how do you decide what is essential and what is non-essential? Okay, so the factors which go into it. Okay, first one, this need not be in the same order, but just because you are saying it. One is the time factor, which one has to consider to decide what is essential and non-essential. What else? Very good. Stage of life. That in which stage of life you are. As a student, what is essential is to focus on knowledge. Even job is not necessary for a student. That's why a student is called Vidyarthi. Okay. Because the only job of the student is focus on study and knowledge. And we see that, the moment the person starts earning, the entire mindset turns into earning, money, how will I spend, what will I do, what are the comforts I can buy. Entire mindset shifts. And after some time, it becomes difficult. Today the circumstances may be that, okay, students may have to earn and study together to support their study, and sometimes they go abroad, they need to do all that. But important aspect there is that how one keeps the focus. Focus definitely shifts and more effort has to be put in there. So at a stage of life, what I'm supposed to do, what is essential for me, I need to focus on that. As a householder, my seva, my focus has to be on serving the family, the society around me, and purifying my mind. Focus need not be left from this and then run behind success, money, name, fame. Then the focus is gone. So the stage of life determines also what is essential. What else determines? Your own intellect, place, your abilities.
And movement to movement also. If you are unwell, then you can't even be doing moving, then you will be doing something else and then physical and maybe connected.
No, see, that is the condition. That is not about essential and non-essential. You determine what is essential at any given point in time. It is not that the body will only determine what is essential. I can do Bhaja Govindam at any point in time. Mind can do, but yes, my abilities will cover that. Physically sometimes I am not capable or I am not able to do certain things. We are not talking only of Bhaja Govindam here. We are talking about how to know what is essential and what is not essential in my stage of life. Very important, vision of life. I'll complete this point and come to vision of life. So abilities, what I have different capacities, temperament. I may have inclinations towards maybe music, then that is essential for me because that is my swadharma, my temperament. Now suddenly if I start getting into medicine, that is not essential because it's not my temperament. So one is this ability, temperament, intellect, inclination, all that comes under this. Yeah. Yeah, see, those will be the means, no doubt, but right now we are speaking about essential and non-essential. I am not speaking about goal and means right now. Anything can take them to their goal. No, the focus on what they are doing is what is going to take them to that goal. If that focus is on perfection, I can study music with perfection, I can do arts with perfection, I can even clean a table with perfection. Depends on what is your vision of life there. Actually speaking, what is essential comes from this knowledge of what is the vision of life. Because according to that, everything else you can utilize well. Your time, your stage of life, your temperament, everything. What is that which is really, really essential? In this shloka, he points it out as Govinda is the essential. Now why he says only Govinda is essential? Right, values of life also are very essential to follow. Right.
It saves you from all the pains and gives you a proper harmony.
Because main thing is, no, not only because it is permanent, the main thing is, what is my basic demand can be fulfilled only by Govind, by nothing else. What is my basic demand? Happiness. Eternal happiness, not happiness which comes now and goes. So my nature, my demand is permanent happiness, which means I don't want to die. Anybody here wants to die? Even if we want to die, we think about the next birth. कि क्या होगा अगले birth में? Meaning continuity of existence, right? Permanency we all desire, but we don't know where we are seeking it from. Do we all want permanent love? Permanent happiness, permanent respect, everything we want permanent. Just that we don't know that we are actually seeking permanency but in the wrong place. So we desire to be permanent. We desire knowledge, we desire bliss. These three from where will we get? Permanent happiness in short includes all what we basically demand. So if you remember one sentence we had discussed earlier, that wants get fulfilled but wanting doesn't get fulfilled. If you remember, in one of the introductory classes we did that. That wants keep getting fulfilled one by one. I want to be a doctor, I want to get a promotion, I want a car, I want marriage, I want children, I want family, prosperity. Wants keep getting fulfilled. But does the wanting stop? Wanting doesn't stop. Why? Because the basic demand which I have, the wants are not able to fulfill that demand. They fulfill only the temporary so-called vacuum that has been created because I don't have something. The thing comes to me, but my emptiness still doesn't go because my basic demand is not fulfilled. And that basic demand nobody from outside can fulfill. I have to discover that within myself only. And hence the word Bhaja Govindam, when he says Govind alone you seek. 3 times when he says Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja, that seek only Govind. Because essentially in this human life we have come, and if that discrimination is done, that what is essential and non-essential. In that we will find that except that which is permanent, compared to that everything else is non-essential. Because it is perishing, it is changing, and it will remain here only. So having come to human birth, if we don't strive to know that which is permanent and get attached to that which is temporary, we will lose the temporary anyways, and we don't have a grip on the permanent, so we are lost from both. Hence he says that please seek Govind. In fact, this is such a thing that if you get that, everything else is added to you. And other things are such, and even if you get those, they will not remain. So Gurudev always said that the world, how much ever you try to hold on to, will slip from your hand. That's why it is called samsara. Samsara means that which slips continuously, which is changing and which slips, because it is changing. And God, how much ever you try to reject, will not leave you, because He is your own nature. Hence he says, Bhaja Govindam, turn your mind to that which is permanent. So actually it is mainly this vision of life, and if that vision of life is clear, that the purpose of life is to know my own true self. It is not to seek Govind outside. Please remember, that which is permanent is not something out there, up there. It is all pervasive, it is right here and now. It is beyond the categories of any object, so nothing limits it. It is infinite. Means it is with me, in me, and I am that also. So that has to be known. So Bhaja Govindam, Govind, one meaning is that which is permanent. Another aspect to understand, that which is permanent is my own self. So I am not trying to seek some Govind out there and have the darshan of that Govind. That can be one means. What I am trying to know is, who am I? If I don't know who am I, no matter what I do, there is no point. Such a person who comes to human body does not strive to know the truth is called as a miser. In our Upanishads, it is called as a kripana. Kripana means a miser. Why is he called as a miser? Because only in human birth we have a buddhi by which I can discriminate between permanent and impermanent, self and not self, and come to know what is permanent. And if I don't know that, I don't use my buddhi for that. I use it only for ordinary purposes. Earning money, doing things, achieving some name, fame, success, temporary. That is karpanya. In Gita you have that word, karpanya dosho pahata svabhava. Kripana phala hetava. So the idea of kripana is that a person is a miser. And Shankaracharya, just imagine, Shankaracharya must be how much? Maybe 18, 20, 25. And this person is an old person. And to that old person, Shankaracharya is saying, Moodha mate, oh deluded fool, seek Govind. It's not an insult, but it's out of love and out of compassion. He is urging him, Are, please, at this stage of life, at least don't, miss out on the real purpose. Because when the next human birth comes, we have no clue. Don't think that now that we have become human beings, we shall remain human beings. No, it does not happen. Law of karma very clearly says, in the Upanishad, in the Kathopanishad, it is said, Yatha karma yatha shrutam. According to your karma, according to your knowledge, you can go into any of the species, higher or lower. If you have good punya karmas which give result, you go to heavens, enjoy. If you have a lot of papa karma, you go to the hell. If you have a mixture of both, you will go appropriately to whichever one. And then if you have equal, then you come to human body.
So karma first desire.
Desire means karma is there, no? Desire itself is a part of karma. Subtle karma is desire. That becomes grossified to become action outside. So important is what the scripture says, after 84 lakh species, first human birth we get. 84 lakh species, okay, not 84 lakh births. In each species, we don't know how many births we have taken.
But at least we have traveled 1 to 84.
That you have done. That is a great journey that we have accomplished. That 84 lakh species say we have traveled and we have come up to human birth now. Yeah. And one of the beauties of human life is that
This is a snakes and ladders game. You got to be careful.
this beauty of human birth is such that after you get a human birth, suppose you get back into a, let us say, a plant birth. It is not that you have to again travel all the births to come back to human. That luckily Bhagavan has said, according to karma, then you can jump anywhere you want. According to your karma, you will go up and down. You don't have to follow the serial order. See, there are, suppose example, there are 20 karmas, I'm just giving a small example, there are 20 karmas which are ready to give you result. Out of that, 10 karmas require you to be a human, 5 karmas require you to be a tiger, 5 karmas require you to be a plant. Okay. And the order in which the karma phala you have to experience also is important. So suppose the first 5 karmas require you to be a tiger. You will go become a tiger. Exhaust the karmas in that. Come back to whatever the next, and suppose that requires you to be a human, then you go off to human. Next requires you to be a plant, you jump into a plant. Depending on what karma is getting you the result, accordingly you will become. No, never. In no other birth except human birth can you add karma.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, see, from a tiger, from a human, I did so many more birds. So, I mean, so many
See, that is what. So, when you add more karma, it does not immediately generate karma phala, no? Yeah.
So, the plant will be kept on hold till I finish this birth. Then I become a plant and then come back.
Correct. And once you finish the plant, whatever is ready to get you result, then you become according to that. So human birth, but if you intelligently choose to use a human birth, you exit. Then there is no prana, there is no plant and there is no animal, nothing. You straight away exit. Like a person who has been given, let us say, there was one fellow who was given 59 years of life imprisonment. Some guy, Anand John or somebody. 59 years. Life imprisonment. Now suppose he dies at 30 years only. What happens to his next 29 years? Nobody can say, nay, till you finish that you can't die. He died, finished now. Suppose the ego dies and you wake up to truth, all karma gone. That's the only way to realize and get out of karma, is to know the truth. If you try to finish karma by karma, endless. Every karma will keep generating more new karma. And imagine our human life, how it is. This guy actually, Dukurin Karane, also means how much we are giving importance to action. That much importance we don't give to the vision of life. And actually it is a vision of life only which drives everything. If my vision of life is, this life is meant to earn and enjoy, finished. I will just do that only, all the time action only for that. But if my vision of life is clear, ki no, Govind is that which is most essential. My effort will be to know that which is Govind. So Dukuran Karane also shows man's restlessness to act. Even at old age, a person is not able to withdraw the mind, sit quietly, meditate and know the truth. Mind is still extroverted, trying to learn something, do something, go here, go there. Honestly think about it, so many people who have their post-retirement plan, how much time in the day do they spend in turning within, sitting quietly? Actually, the second career begins after that, for many people. They start enjoying, they start going for picnic, they start doing so many things. Maybe that's because they have not done that in their many years that they have lived so far. So then they want to do. And nothing wrong in doing that. But important is at least spend some time turning the mind to Govind. That will not happen because the whole life, the vision of life has not been so clear. That's why he says right in the beginning that Bhaja Govindam. We'll come to that when we discuss that. Karma Yoga doesn't tell you to exhaust karma through karma. It only tells you to sublimate your selfishness through karma, so that you become ready for knowledge. It will come through Bhaja Govindam, it will come. What exactly is Karma Yoga? Then we will understand. Karma cannot be exhausted by karma. That is not possible. Karma can only be destroyed by dropping the doership. And how do you drop doership? By knowing that you are not the doer and identifying with that which you are really. We'll come to that. Those are deeper aspects. So anyway, so here we were on essential and non-essential. What you have to do as your homework is write down what are the things that you think are essential for this human life. What you feel. Don't write in general. Suppose we have described your values. So you write down what are the values you think which are essential. And the idea of writing what is essential is because that is what we will pursue. Because that is what is in my head right now. What I think is essential, which I am pursuing in my life, and what I think is non-essential, but I am just stuck in that. That homework I have to do. That what I think is essential, which I am pursuing right now, you can even divide that into two aspects. What I am pursuing right now and what I should be actually pursuing, which I really think is essential. So first part of the question is what I am thinking is essential, which I am pursuing now, and what is really essential, which I should pursue. And second part of the question is what is non-essential, where I am stuck, which I think is non-essential, but I am stuck in that.
If I add God in all the actions, like talking, seeing, drinking, walking, I add, so can I stop karma?
No. But that's, when you are adding in all this, that is action only, no? See, karma you cannot stop at all. How can you stop action?
I am stopping my accounts of karma.
You are, if you surrender and keep doing everything with the bhav that I am doing it for the Lord, you stop creating new karma, that's all. Yeah. So that as it comes, now you keep exhausting that with the bhav that I am doing it only for the Lord. That's all. So then you exhaust the existing karma and you don't create a new karma. That's what Bhagavan tells Arjuna. Because of his past karma, he is now in the battlefield, he has to fight. Now if he runs away from that, it will only add to his karma. Because existing karma doesn't get exhausted. By running away, he is creating more new karma. So he says, you stay where you are. Your karma is to fight now, but dedicate it to me so that existing karma will get exhausted, new one will not get created. No, this is for you to know, and next week when you come back, you can share. See, the idea is, that's why it is not to judge anybody. Idea is for us to introspect and put down in our life what I think is essential. Yeah, because as I said, spirituality is about bringing everything into conscious mind. There are a lot of things which are there in our subconscious, unconscious mind, and we don't know only. Actually speaking, values, you think about it. Simple example I give you, values. How many people actually consciously think that these are essential values which I will stick by and I will not compromise? We all know, we have to be good, we have to be honest, we have to be loving, we have to be forgiving. But it's not there in conscious mind to actually practice. This is to reinforce into our own mind. This is essential for me, this is not essential, and why am I stuck with some of these which are unessential? Because Shankaracharya is trying to bring that. Dukrun Karne, when he is saying, the old man, is because the Vivek is not there. Still he doesn't know that he is stuck with a non-essential. And Shankaracharya is telling him, wake up now, please, why are you stuck with the non-essential? What really prevents us and what makes us miser is not many times that I don't know what is essential. It is my attachment to the non-essential. That I am stuck with the non-essential. Like everybody knows that To get up in the morning and to do jogging is essential. We all know, who doesn't know? But why are we not able to do? Because we are stuck with something which is non-essential. Maybe previous night I have unnecessarily indulged in some late night, whatever, movie or a party or something. And then next day morning I am not able to get up. Or I am stuck to some laziness, non-essential. So more than knowledge of the essential, it is the attachment to non-essential which actually is the cause of our sorrow. And so one has to know very clearly.
In other words, this Dukkham Kanda, you can say that don't temper the ego and the seek the truth. Because the Dukkham Kanda belongs to mind, ego.
No, at a higher level you can say that don't get attached to the secular pursuits, ignoring your spiritual truth. Because secular pursuits will be to boost the limited individuality, and the spiritual one will be to surrender, to let go.
Actually, you cannot get attached to anything if you ego only makes you attached.
Yeah. True, ego only makes us attached, no doubt. No, by themselves, secular pursuits cannot exhaust your past impressions unless you bring the spiritual attitude of surrendering. Yes, because when you understand that essential is Govind and what I am doing is only creating new karma which is non-essential, I learn to do that karma with surrender to the Lord. Yeah, and why not? That's what we have written in the TITI book, na? Passion plus greater purpose. Now, what is that greater purpose? Greater purpose is not out there. Greater purpose is the selflessness that you cultivate, right? Suppose I say I am doing this for my country. What have you done in that? In that you have let go of your individuality and you have focused on the country, saying this I do for my country. So that greater purpose is what your vision of life is describing. No, your passion. Suppose you are passionate about music. Two attitudes are there. You can sing to become famous. You can sing for your name, fame, prosperity. Or you can sing to serve the field of music. Or you can sing for the sake of the country. Or the highest, you can sing for the Lord. Yeah. Impression. Exhaust. That's it. Simple.
Jnana yoga is better than karma yoga. Because in karma yoga, we have to exhaust all our...
See, wait. Right now don't bring those into picture, because that slowly will come into Bhaja Govindam. Otherwise the topic will keep spreading everywhere. Na? Those general questions, I suggest you should keep it maybe for the last 10 minutes. Let us stick to the verse proper. Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. He calls the old person as a deluded fool. Moha. Word mudha comes from the word moha. Moha means delusion. Literally, moha means to see something opposite of what it is. Or actually it means not to see something as it is. So if there is a snake and I don't see if there is a rope and I don't see the rope and I see it as a snake, there is a greater problem if you see the snake as the rope. Suddenly you think snake as a rope and you start lifting it and start doing things with it. Finish, it will actually bite you. That's why Vedanta gives analogy of seeing the rope as the snake. So if you see the rope as the snake, so you don't see the rope as the rope and you see it as the opposite, something else, snake. And that is called moha. So not to see something as it is, but to see the opposite is delusion, moha. And Gyan is actually to see something as it is. What is you see? If you see the rope as the rope, that is Gyan. If you see the rope as the snake, then that is Moha, delusion. So he calls him as a Mudhamate, saying you are deluded fool. Why? Because only under the influence of delusion, we will think the essential to be non-essential and non-essential to be essential. What makes us forget the essential and think of it as non-essential? How many people actually think that Govind is that which is supposed to be sought in life? Very few people. Majority thinks that is second category, who thinks that Govind is essential but they don't practice. Majority belongs to first category, who don't even think that Govind is essential. Because what is essential is good education, good job, nice fat pack salary. This is essential in terms of one aspect. Financially you require some security. But in life, what is essential? That Govind is essential, hardly few people even think about it. So what makes us think that which is essential is non-essential? Is the delusion. The delusion that money can make me happy, beauty can make me happy, relationships, people will make me happy. And so when I have moha, delusion in my mind, automatically there will be shoka, there will be sorrow, because it can't fulfill my expectation. A wrong notion can't fulfill my expectation. Like a mirage water, with such eagerness one runs towards it because one is thirsty, and when one goes there, what one finds? Only sand there. So there will be disappointment. So moha, delusion, I don't know whether I did this earlier in the introduction, but delusion leads to false expectation, and false expectation leads to sorrow for sure. There is no doubt in that. You think about it. When I have a delusion in my mind, I will expect false. So I expect complete security from money. False expectation. Money can only give financial security. I expect complete happiness from people. Again, false expectation. They can only satisfy a certain emotional need of love, or maybe some intellectual need of exchanging some ideas, working together, all that. But they can't fulfill my deepest demand for permanent happiness. If I think that time is enough, I have long time, again delusion, false expectation it is. I will be disappointed because suddenly something's happened and I'm taken aback. So whenever there is a delusion, there will be false expectation. False expectation will lead only to sorrow. And hence, if you think about it in a deeper sense, whatever happiness and pleasure that we are experiencing right now based on delusion is nothing but postponed sorrow. That's all. It's postponed sorrow. Sorrow has to come. No. Moha, the nature of moha is such that it will make you attached. If you have jnana, then you don't. So see, the person who sees the mirage as mirage will still see it. But inside the jnana is there, ki this is mirage. So jnana does not allow false expectations to rise. Jnana removes that moha. If moha is there, you will have false expectation, it will lead to sorrow. This is one simple cause and effect relationship. At moha,
He like my child.
Yeah.
He is and sometimes he will get very bad.
Yeah.
So I leave it to God's side.
Hmm.
And another baby behave.
yeah,
I leave it to God. And he
Yeah.
knows it.
that is your one way of dropping the moha. That the child has come, the child has its own destiny, and Bhagwan sent it. I can do whatever I can do. Beyond that, I can't do. So then you handle it that way. हाँ, अगर वो लाचार होके कर दिया तो फिर उसका परिणाम मिलेगा ना, बिकॉज ज्ञान नहीं है उसमें. So for some time you have lachari and then again you get Again you go back to that.
I think the best way you put a God inside.
That is your attitude, so that one devotee can do that. Other people will do it in other ways. Right. So important thing now to know is Bhaja Govindam is called as Moha Mudgara, right? This is a book which destroys our moha. By destroying moha, what it destroys? My false expectation. And by destroying false expectation, destroys my sorrow. That's it. And makes me clear about what is essential. Moha makes me think non-essential as essential. How ordinary things we make it so essential. That person did not talk to me the way I want him to talk. Finished. How much the mind gets disturbed, because that is essential now. This person has to talk like this only. And if in that one forgets what is essential. So Moha Mudgara is that. So if you want, you can do one more homework and come. Write down what are the delusions that you have. Delusions at 4 levels. Body, mind, intellect, spiritual level. 5 levels actually. And externally, what are the delusions that you have? Body, mind, intellect and spirit, and external. At 5 levels, what are the delusions that I have? External delusion is that no, money will bring me happiness. People will always support me. Spiritual delusion also is there. Guru will give me moksha. Just the touch is enough. I will reach there.
Attending the Sunday classes.
Huh?
Non-essential things are delusions.
Yeah. Not necessary. Non-essential things can be delusion, but they don't have to be separate. They will be overlap. Yeah. They will be separate also. Because see, many things which are delusion, I am not even aware of them, whether they are essential, non-essential. Like simple example we just now spoke, okay, now that people will always be with me is a delusion. It doesn't come either in non-essential or essential, right? Huh. Life is very long. I have a long life. Big delusion. Who knows long life is there? But still we live like that only. I am not going to die. Yeah, externally it is called Maya, internally it is called Moha. In my mind what it is Moha. Okay, for today we will stop here. Your homework is also, please read the commentary of the first chapter. First verse, sorry, not chapter, first verse. Commentary of the first verse. We'll go. Read, just read. Read meaning, now you know how you are supposed to read. Absorb, understand. Don't simply पढ़ लिया, खत्म हो गया, रख दिया उसको. उसका कोई मतलब नहीं. Read and think about it. Our next class is on 12th May. Yes. So you have enough time to brood over your delusions and read all this. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.